This week we visit some holiday celebrations in California.
Then we explore how the winter festivities are celebrated in space.
Plus the latest theme park news and more coming at you from the attraction studio at Fun Spot America
right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the show. I'm Banks.
And I'm Elisa.
All right, so it's something's coming up this weekend. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Christmas!
But how's your Hanukkah celebration going?
Hanukkah was so great. Tuesday was the last night of Hanukkah, so we had a really, really good time lighting the candles every night and getting to see my family and eating latkes and eating a lot, basically.
That's great. Yeah, we're getting ready for Christmas this weekend, of course. I think Sydney's parents are coming down. Have a great little family time. I visited my family in Texas a couple weekends ago, so that was a lot of fun. Get to see them for an early Christmas present. But what are some of your holiday traditions?
Traditions? Well, for my family personally, we celebrate Hanukkah, and we always just make sure we're together at least on the first night to be able to light the candles together and make latkes, the potato pancakes, because they're so good.
I've actually never had one.
Oh man, you're missing out.
I
Gotta
need to
get some
try
sour
one.
cream and applesauce.
That sounds really good.
It's really good.
I gotta try this. Our big tradition every year is I always sit down in front of the TV and I watch the Christmas special on ABC. So we'll definitely be doing that again on Christmas Day. So that's pretty much the only real tradition we have. Of course, open presents and all that fun stuff. And now Spencer's very aware of what presents are. So this is going to be a really fun year this year, I think. We've also done an advent calendar for the first time too. So she's been getting a kick out of that.
Aw, that's so nice. Let us know what some of your favorite traditions are too.
Yes, post it in the comments below. But right now we got some news to talk about, so let's get to news in the queue after this. This week's show is brought to you by MEI Travel, our preferred travel agent. For a free quote with no obligation, visit MEItravel.com.
Undercover Tourist is our recommended supplier of discount theme park and attractions tickets. Visit undercovertourist.com.
We are nearing the end of the year, and in 2018, we are prepared for many things to change.
One of those things is the Cirque du Soleil show at Disney Springs.
After nearly 20 years, the La Nuba show is ending its performances at Disney Springs.
But fear not, this is not the end of Cirque du Soleil at Walt Disney World. A new show, currently unnamed, is in development by Cirque and Disney.
The show will focus on Disney's rich history of animation and will pay homage to the large creative universe Disney possesses, and I am all about this because I love Cirque du Soleil, I love La Nuba, and as I am to see that go, the fact that they're still going to be here and making a new show that's going to tie into Disney is pretty awesome.
I agree. I think it's the best idea they could do. If they're taking away La Nuba, this is the next best thing, and I love that it's going to be Disney themed. It's going to be so cool.
It makes me wonder if they'll have characters as well, because Cirque du Soleil has got a whole troupe of excellent performers, but it makes me wonder if maybe Mickey or Minnie will show up.
I don't know.
It would be kind of cool.
We can only find out.
Make you jump up and try to doing the
trapezing or the silk, climbing the silk.
That would be fun to see.
You'd be so good at that. Now, our next news item isn't just big; it's huge.
And a surprise opening this Monday, the Hall of Presidents attraction has reopened with President Donald Trump.
Trump, much like every president since the early 90s, has been added as an animatronic with a speech during the show.
Other enhancements have been added to the show, including new projection systems and enhanced audio.
You can check out the new speech by Donald Trump and past versions of the show on our website.
Of course, a lot of comments about this popping up as anything political, especially with President Trump. There's going to be a lot of talk back and a lot of people voicing their opinions and stuff. And aside from all the political stuff, it's nice to see Disney bringing back this classic attraction. I mean, it's been around since the park opened.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to see that this is still here. I went there for the soft opening day to get this video, and it's a nice little show. But as always, it's for me, it's a one and done. Like you see it once, I don't really have a reason to go back unless I'm with a friend that wants to see it.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, yeah, exactly. I'll see it. Great. If I need to go again, I need some air conditioning. But I haven't seen it yet. But looking at the video, the animatronic himself, I don't think really looks like him. But
no, that's a lot of people are talking about how much it really doesn't look a lot like Donald Trump. But that's the thing with the Hall of Presidents, and I feel like this is a bigger news because, of course, it's Trump. But every time they do an update, the president never really does look exactly like he does in real life. I felt that way with Obama, with W. There's always something a little off, and I think it's just because it is an animatronic and has to do a lot of moving parts. They won't look exact like the Madame Tussauds figures.
Oh yeah, sure. It's not going to be that great. I guess I just got to go see it for myself and create my own opinions.
Exactly. Now, speaking of huge news, Disney recently made a business deal that has shaken the entertainment industry.
Much like the rumors spoke of for weeks, Disney has officially acquired 21st Century Fox.
This deal cost Disney $52.4 billion in stock, but has added numerous entities to their entertainment lineup.
Disney will acquire 20th Century Fox, Fox Searchlight Pictures, Fox 2000, 20th Century Fox Television, FX Productions, and Fox 21.
These companies own the rights to major films and shows such as Avatar, X-Men, The Fantastic Four, American Horror Story, and The Simpsons.
Disney will also acquire FX Networks, National Geographic Partners, and Fox Sports, as well as part ownership in companies like Hulu and Sky Television.
Part of this deal's requirement was the guarantee from Bob Iger to continue his CEO position until the end of 2021. This is huge. Like we said, it's huge.
Huge news, yes.
I mean, obviously, I'm not really well versed in the business side of things like this, but from a fan, from an entertainment side, the fact that we're now going to be able to have X-Men, Fantastic Four coming into the MCU now is going to be amazing. We can finally play with the X-Men and do that stuff.
It is really cool that Disney has now acquired all these things. To me, it just is like the monopoly of all monopolies at this point, and I just feel bad for everyone else trying to chug along. But like, watch out, Netflix! Watch out, Disney's coming in strong. So.
Yeah, I mean, they've done some amazing things with Marvel and Star Wars since those acquisitions, so I'm sure they'll do some great stuff here.
Oh, it'll be great, yeah.
I think Bob Iger even mentioned that he's open for more R-rated Deadpools because it's been successful. So if they can find the right way to market it, then he's open to it. So that's good news to hear because I know a lot of people were worried about Deadpool becoming more PG-13. But I love that now Avatar Pandora is now a Disneyland.
Yep.
It is now a Disneyland.
Officially.
Officially.
Exactly. Now, if you love the show, you will certainly love our magazine as well.
Our newest winter issue is out right now, and it features articles about Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, the Epcot International Festival of the Arts, Topgolf Orlando, an interview with the CEO of Dynamic Attractions, and more.
You can get this issue in print with a subscription or single issue purchase, as well as digitally in our iPhone and iPad app and on the Nook and Kindle.
And so the biggest thing for us here is the fact that the cover is the first time we've ever had a non-Orlando attraction featured.
I know, and I love it. It looks great.
It looks great. I love how the top of the I almost said Tower of Terror. Wow, top of the
Mission Breakout,
but the Collector's Fortress.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I love how it's blending in with the logo up here. Yeah. It's a gorgeous cover. Great stuff in here. Be sure to go and order this digitally or get the physical copy if you're not subscribed, for sure.
Hi everybody, it's Hidden Mickey of the Week time. Let's take in Star Tours. The adventures continue. Along the right side of the inside entrance queue, circles make a Mickey hat with ears. On the upper part of the control panel, behind C-3PO's head. It's at the lower center of the upper screen.
The Mind Blower is now open at Fun Spot Kissimmee, and it's the world's most thrilling upside-down roller coaster. 2,300 feet of mind-blowing action, 50 miles an hour, and 12 points of air time. The only wooden roller coaster that goes upside down not once, but twice. Only at Fun Spot America do we offer rain checks and free parking. The Mind Blowers now open at Fun Spot Kissimmee, so come have your best day ever.
We are taking you from coast to coast in our winter 2017-2018 issue. Get an in-depth look at Epcot's newest festival, the International Festival of the Arts. The Guardians of the Galaxy are breaking out of their new ride at Disney California Adventure. See how the new Topgolf Orlando offers a quick, unique way to play a game of golf. Plus the latest news, rumors, and more packed into every issue. Get your copy and subscribe today at attractionsmagazine.com in print or digital in our app on Nook and Kindle.
Do you think Santa can hang 10?
What?
Well, Santa travels the globe, and for this segment we're visiting California. Santa has to take days off, right? Well, why not go surfing?
Yeah, I guess.
So if you're going to take some time off, why not head to the West Coast? Beautiful beaches, great weather, lots of parks.
Very true, Banks, but right about now I think Santa's a little bit busy.
Then busy we shall be as well. While Santa is working hard, our reporters Tiffany and Jeff went out to Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm to check out the holiday festivities.
Take it away, you two.
Hey everyone, it is Tiffany at the Disneyland Resort. Today is the first day that holiday is kicking off here in the park, so we're gonna try some new food. I've got my Christmas ears ready to go, and we're gonna have a really fun-filled holiday night. So let's check it out. Tamale. It's got a pretty good kick to it. The sauce is a little bit spicy. It's got a little bit of sour cream to help kind of cut that out. But the shredded beef is really nice. I am almost too scared to try this one. So this is the hot fried turkey. It's got a pickle on it. Everybody has only been talking about how spicy this was. So I am a little bit concerned. Having a little bit of spice on a colder day is like not a bad idea, you know what I mean? Following the tamale with this was not my best move. It is very spicy, but it's a really, really nice flavor, actually. And it's very reminiscent of chicken, as you would expect, but it's got like a little bit of a different texture because of the turkey, but it's really, really nice. I'm just eating with my hands at this point. And the last thing, the savory items, we have saved for last because they had this last year. I am so happy to see it back. It's like a smashed potato. It's kind of like a really big tater tot, and I'm giving up on the food, but it's really, really nice. You've got, I think it's like some bacon in there. This is one of my favorite things that Festival of Holidays has, so I'm really, really happy to see that it's back in some way. But I could eat these literally all day long if I wanted. I'm gonna get some more. Starting with desserts, this is the pineapple kasari. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it's Mickey shaped, and there's like a little pineapple chutney there, but it looks like the texture of kind of like flan, maybe? It's not too sweet. There's like golden raisins in it, which is really nice, but I can't really describe this texture, honestly. really so kind of quite light, but also feels creamy. I'm gonna try like more of these things. We have an eggnog macaroon. I think this might be new to this year. I'm not a giant fan of eggnog, but I am a giant fan of macarons. So there's like a jelly on the inside around the cream as well. This is really nice. I don't drink a lot of eggnog, so I'm not 100% sure how much this tastes like eggnog, but really nice texture. This like gooiness on the inside is almost like caramel-like. Really beautiful texture. Last but not least, I saved this for last because chocolate and peppermint are my favorite thing. But this is a pâte de crème. It is kind of like a chocolate mousse with peppermint. Everyone was saying that this was the best thing that they had out of these offerings. So yeah, this is like a beautiful chocolate candy cane. It's so nice.
I love giving gifts for the holidays. Shoot, I hope everybody likes what I got them, because I done lost a receipt.
You guys may think that Mater's Junkyard Jamboree is a kid's ride. It is deceivingly intense, and I haven't ridden this in a while. So I hope to keep all my festival holiday food down. Oh, no. If you do not hold on, you might fall out. Woo! That was a ton of fun. I am a huge fan of that ride, like I said, because it is deceivingly very intense. But there's a similar type of overlay where I believe it's new songs, so we're gonna go see what's happening over Luigi's. So cute. I don't think I'm gonna have time to ride it tonight though, and I'm really sad. But I really like that they take these like classic Christmas songs, but really translate them to exactly how the music sounds on this attraction. I think it's so fun. But I can't do it because right now I've got to head over to Disneyland to check out the holiday fireworks.
Cherish the holidays forever and always believe.
Finished up Believe in Holiday Magic. Don't forget you can also catch Season of Light returning on the California Adventure side. So if you want to experience Festival of Holidays, the amazing entertainment, snowfall on Main Street, be sure to visit the Disneyland Resort before January 7th. Happy holidays!
Hey folks, Jeff DePauli here reporting for Attractions Magazine at Knott's Merry Farm in Buena Park, California. They have tons of fun stuff for the family to do around this time of year, so come check out some of it with me.
It's a Santa's big sing, and above all his bustle your gay. Silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Soon it will be Christmas Day.
You see what's in here? Look at this. Ho, ho, ho! Look at that, everybody! Why,
is the light of the Christmas season. Much like that star over Bethlehem that brought a message of peace on earth and goodwill toward men, hopefully this will do the same for our town. Now, here we go. 1, 2, 3. How about y'all sing along with us, everybody? Oh, that was delightful.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleigh song tonight. Everybody! Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Knott's Merry Farm is so much fun for the entire family. It's happening right now through January 7th at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. Visit knotts.com for more info.
Need help planning your next vacation? Then check out MEI Travel. Our experts can help make vacation magic that is just right for you, your family, and your budget. Whether it's Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, a cruise, or other destinations, a free quote is waiting for you at MEItravel.com.
Skip the lines with undercover tourists, crowd calendars, touring plans, and mobile apps. Stop paying full price for your family vacation and visit Undercover Tours today.
Once again, Star Wars has taken the box office by storm with record after record of box office sales. Do you think there's any holiday celebrations like Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Christmas in Star Wars?
I don't really know, Lisa. I mean, they do have Life Day, but maybe Episode 9 will be Star Wars The Last Menorah, and we shall learn everything about the holidays of the Force.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we can learn about how holidays are celebrated in the real stars, sort of. Recently, I interviewed a real astronaut to learn how holidays are celebrated at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex.
Oh, let's take off then and blast away to walk your interview that's truly out of this world.
So we love the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex here, and any chance we get to go out there, we will take it. And the holidays are coming up, and they have a great Holidays in Space offering there, and we are lucky to have astronaut Jon McBride with us.
Thanks, good to meet you.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
I first want to talk a little bit about your history. Like, how did you get started with NASA?
Yeah, well, I go back to my childhood days. I have to talk about that. I grew up in a little state called West Virginia, and got to meet a fellow by the name of John Kennedy when he was campaigning to be president when I was a senior in high school. And last semester in college, a Navy recruiter came through and asked me if I wanted to fly a jet airplane or fly an airplane for Navy, and I said, wow, let's do that. So got my first airplane ride that day, and it kind of turned the whole course of my life. I spent 13 years in the Navy as a combat pilot, fighter pilot, carrier pilot, went to test pilot school as a Navy guy to Air Force. Test pilot school in 1976, NASA said we're looking for people to fly this brand new spacecraft called Space Shuttle. I put my application in with several thousand other people. It's something I'd wanted to do. I'd been waiting for the opportunity, so I did everything in the Navy to get to the right spot, and I guess you could say I was lucky. Got picked in the first class of Space Shuttle astronauts. There were 15 pilots like myself, 10 from the Navy, and 20 brand new type of astronauts called mission specialists. Our first 6 women, Sally Ride, and those folks were in my class. So I was really fortunate to join NASA. A really opportune time. Got to fly the shuttle. Currently working at the Kennedy Space Center, so I'm still got my fingers in the space pie, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And so as you mentioned, Kennedy Space Center is one of the unique places in this whole world. It's iconic, I think, in that every man that's lifted off from Earth and gone to the moon is lifted off from Kennedy. When you come to see Kennedy Visitors Complex, it's like you're at Kennedy.
Yeah.
Actually, we're outside the gate of the main complex, but people look at Kennedy Visitor Complex and think that's the Kennedy Space Center. It really is, because we have we're the only place in the world that have flown vehicles from Mercury all the way up through the space capsule that, SpaceX capsule. So it's really a unique place.
You talk about the visitor complex. I know you have an active role there because you started the Lunch with an Astronaut. How did that come about?
Well, it started with astronaut encounter, we call it, where we just had an astronaut there every day to talk in the theater. We started with one show and went to two. Now during the holidays we'll have three. And then after a couple of years of success with Astronaut Encounter, we started a program called Dine with an Astronaut, which is highly successful. Now we're starting a Fly with an Astronaut, where I, or the duty astronaut that day, can take 43 other people through the space launch experience to get on the bus, and then all go tour the space, the active space center. It's about a 4-hour tour. But it's been doing very well. Now over Christmas we're going to have a dinner with an astronaut, where you can have lunch with one gentleman and in the evening have dinner. So it's getting bigger and better. A lot of special activities during the Christmas season with Fighting Gravity group is going to be there at night, our closing show in the evening. Just a lot of things going on around there during this time of the year.
Yeah, I go out to Candy all the time, but I've yet to go during the holidays, so I definitely want to check it out this year. So what all, aside from like the dinner with the astronaut, what can guests see?
Well,
when
like
they go
I mentioned,
out there?
we got the Fighting Gravity, the group that's going to close the show in the evening. We're, like most big places, going to have a big Christmas tree all lit up and celebrating the holidays. The extra dinner with an astronaut in the evenings. You can. We are planning in the next few weeks going to open our new astronaut training experience. It might not be ready for Christmas, but sometime early in the year, where you can come essentially and take a voyage to Mars, train, make the trip to Mars, control spacecraft on the surface of Mars, and do all types of things. And that's going to be quite an experience. That'll be a whole day affair.
I know, yeah. Every time I go there, you could spend open to close all day doing different things. If people who've never been, if they go to the visitor complex, what's that one thing that they cannot absolutely miss?
Oh, you've got to see the Atlantis, the space shuttle Atlantis, the very last one to fly. To me, I've seen the opening many times, but just to go through the reveal, we call it, where you hear about Atlantis and see it for the first time, it's like, is that really it? I mean, it's an awesome experience. We've got Heroes and Legends we've just opened with the Astronaut Hall of Fame and all the tributes to the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs. The astronaut training experience is coming online, and just to get on the bus and take a 2 or 3 hour tour around the active Kennedy Space Center out there, Apollo Saturn Center. You could spend a whole day there with the theaters and a real Saturn rocket that was intended to fly to the moon. It's not a mock-up, it's a real rocket that had planned to go to the moon. You can't get an idea how large that thing is until you stand behind it and walk under it and see the immensity of the whole thing.
It's one of those places that around every corner something gives you chills, because you know just how much went into getting people up into space. And
we've got the capsule that Alan Shepard and his crew brought back to the moon, Apollo 14, is on display there. So it's you can spend a whole. I tell people, and this is factual, I think, you can't see the Kennedy Space Center in one day. You need to plan on spending the night and coming back and doing it the second day. I think you'll feel more comfortable that way. Especially
because there's still active launches happening from Kennedy.
We had, I think, 20 this year, and we're hopefully going to have 30 to 40 next year, almost 2 a month.
And if you haven't seen a launch in person, I've seen a few, and it's just jaw-dropping.
And we have the closest observation from the visitor complex. We can get you out there in our buses to the closest place. A little extra added to your ticket, of course.
Of course, of course. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, talking to us.
Thank you.
Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Be sure to go check it out.
Disney pin trading is such a fun experience, but when you're starting out, it can be kind of pricey. If you're in it for the experience of trading, we recommend checking eBay and Amazon. You'll find pins for a much cheaper price and some in bulk quantities. This way you can spend more time searching for your new favorite pin in the parks and less money spent up front. Best of luck trading for your new favorite keepsake.
Have you downloaded our free Attractions Magazine app? It features news articles, as well as every issue of our magazine available right in the app. Plus, catch up on all episodes of the show. and even view all of our online videos in one place. Download the app for free in the App Store today.
This week's birthday shout-outs go out to Allison Montgomery, Marie Blue, Mike Corbacero, Nicole Joy, and Adam Roth.
Happy birthday, everyone. We also want to give a special thanks to James and Jean Cowie. Thank you so much for watching along with us every week from Scotland. And now we want to thank MEI Travel, our preferred travel agent for cruises, Disney, Universal, and Adventures by Disney. For a free quote with no obligation, visit MEItravel.com.
And thanks to Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Orlando and California attractions. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com.
We also want to encourage you to sign up for our weekly newsletter. You can sign up on our website and receive the latest theme park and attraction information, along with news, photos, and videos.
So next week, we're going back to a regular show, and then the week after that is our special year in review episode.
Yes, I don't know the exact dates, but it's definitely will be after January 1st. It'll be in 2018, but we'll do our year in review then to showcase everything new, or not everything that was new in 2017, all the big news. We love doing that episode every year. Yes. And then after that, there'll be some fun things happening with the show. Yep. So be sure to keep watching us every week and follow us along for this journey. It's going to be happening.
Lots to tune in for.
Now let's just quickly talk about it, because something big happened this past weekend aside from like Hall of Presidents and things like that. There was a movie that was released this weekend. You may have heard of it. It's called Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah, that one.
I think I saw it.
Yes, I saw it.
I saw it too. And without spoiling anything, what quick thoughts?
I loved it. I thought it was great. All the haters can hate, it's fine, but I loved it.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. I think it was a great addition. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I loved it. There are definitely a couple of parts that I still kind of like, was that necessary? So there was a few quips with the movie, but overall, I think it's probably my third or fourth favorite Star Wars film right now. But if you want to hear spoilers, if you want to hear us talking about this, go over to our Expansion Drive podcast. We did a whole spoiler cast discussing the entire movie from beginning to end. So just head over to attractionsmagazine.com, look the blog post up for that, and you can download that on Apple, Google, all the fun stuff to listen. So.
Awesome. I love listening to people talking about the actual the spoilers.
There are a few heated debates in there, so
as there should be.
Yeah, exactly. Now, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you'll tune in again next week.
Until then, visit your local attractions, try something new, stay safe, but most of all, have fun. Are celebrated in space.
Plus the latest theme park, the latest. Let's do this again.
Next time I eat pineapple. Oh my god, not pineapple.